felt that, right? That moment where life just completely collapses.
Oh, yeah.
A divorce, you're broke, you lose your job, and the only thing you can think of isn't fixing it. It's just escape.
Total escape. You don't want help. You just want everything to go quiet.
And that desire for absolute quiet is really the heart of the story we're getting into today. It's this deeply disturbing account of someone who went looking for that total disconnection.
But found the most terrifying connection imaginable instead.
Exactly. The setting is key here. It's an off-grid cabin deep, deep in the Appalachian Mountains. The listing itself was a red flag.
A huge one.
No service, no electricity, 0 reviews, and these like super blurry photos.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're in that state of mind, you just ignore it.
You see what you want to see.
Yeah.
And the listing itself had these immediate weird requirements, like the guide.
The guide, yeah. You couldn't use the GPS.
Nope. You had to be taken in by a local guide. And this guy was unsettling, just completely silent the whole way.
And then he just drops off the gear and gives this one single warning.
As long as you don't wander too far. And then he's just gone. Vanishes.
Leaving our protagonist in this profound, unnerving isolation from minute one.
It's the kind of quiet that's so total, it's actually loud.
And at first, it was good. It was exactly what they wanted. Peace, solitude.
Mm-hmm.
But then the quality of that silence started to change. It wasn't peaceful anymore. It felt wrong.
It became absolute, which isn't natural. In the woods, there's always some sound.
Crickets rustling, something.
Exactly. This was the kind of deep biological quiet that tells every animal in the forest that predators moving through. It's a danger signal.
And then, about 5 days in, that feeling got a physical confirmation.
Right. They start noticing things.
Little things at first. Some bushes flattened near the tree line, dirt churned up.
As if something really big had been digging or just shuffling around out there.
But then came the scratches on the trees.
And these weren't just, deer rubbing their antlers. They were described as way too big, too high up the trunk.
It gave them this gut-level discomfort.
Of course. And this is where that internal battle starts. Your brain is screaming danger, but you're so committed to this idea of escape that you start rationalizing.
That has to be a bear.
Right. Or a mountain lion. I'm just paranoid because I'm alone out here. You're fighting to maintain your sanity.
Trying to hold on to that feeling of control.
Which brings us to day 12.
The cooking incident. See, they're trying to reclaim some normalcy, so they decide to make this big pot of stew.
A very fragrant stew. Rice, vegetables, lots of seasonings. I mean, it's basically a dinner bell in the middle of the woods.
Well, they knew that. They took precautions, put a scent-neutralizing tarp over everything.
Thinking they were just deterring a normal animal. A bear, maybe?
But what they found the next morning, it wasn't a bear raid. The entire yard was just destroyed.
Utterly destroyed. We're talking massive patches of dirt ripped up, bushes torn out by the roots. Even small trees were bent at these completely unnatural angles, bark scraped clean off.
But the cast iron pot is the detail that changes everything.
Yeah, it wasn't just knocked over.
It was shattered, split into pieces, and scattered. I mean, think about the force it would take to break cast iron.
Immense force. And the food wasn't even eaten.
No, it was just smeared everywhere, thrown into the ground. It was clear this wasn't a predator looking for a meal.
This was rage.
A tantrum. A violent, deliberate act of destruction.
The creature wasn't hungry. It was furious. Maybe because its senses had been blocked by the tarp?
So now the game has completely changed. This isn't about surviving the elements anymore.
No. Now it's about evading something intelligent. Something with malice.
That night, the creature comes back.
And the sound is different this time.
It's slow, heavy, solid footsteps pressing into the ground. Not erratic like an animal.
It's a steady walk. Methodical.
And our protagonist is just frozen, listening. Trying to convince themselves it's just checking for food again.
But then the footsteps are on the porch. The floorboards creak under this impossible weight.
And then a sound right outside the door. A slow, deep, uneven inhale. It was listening.
Just breathing.
Right there. The next morning, they find the tracks. And this is where any shred of doubt just evaporates.
They crouch down expecting to see paw prints.
And they're not. They're massive. They're wrong. They're clearly from a bipedal creature. Something walking upright.
And the path of the tracks. This is the truly chilling part.
They lead straight from the trees, across the yard.
Right to the edge of the porch.
And then they just stop.
Just stop. No prints leading away. Nothing. As if the thing just vanished. Or materialized right there.
At that point, all pretense is gone. They know.
It was looking for me.
They kill the fire, douse themselves in scent blocker, and just wait, hiding with a knife.
The plan was simple, desperate. Pile all the furniture against the bedroom door.
And squeeze into this old, rusty wardrobe in the corner.
Waiting for midnight. Because it felt like it would come at midnight.
And it did.
The first sound was just grotesque, described as something like a hyena choking on its own laugh.
And then the entire cabin shakes as a front door just explodes inward.
This isn't a conscious entry. It's tearing through the cabin. You can hear wood splintering, furniture shattering downstairs.
And through the slats of the wardrobe, they finally see it.
It has to duck to get through the bedroom doorway.
Yeah. It's huge, easily 8 feet tall.
And the form is just wrong. A grotesque mix of things, like it was stitched together from different animals.
Its arms are too long, and they end in these disturbingly human-like hands.
But with doubled knuckles.
I can't even picture what that would look like, how that would move.
The body is covered in this thick, matted fur, except for its torso.
Which was just bare, pale, scarred skin stretched tight.
And the head, one antler all twisted and bent. A jaw that was way too wide, gaping, filled with mismatched teeth.
But the worst part, the most terrifying part.
It had no eyes.
None. Just dark, sunken patches of skin.
Which confirms why the scent blocker was so important. It was hunting by smell.
And it's furious it can't find them. It's just sniffing these deep, uneven breaths and then slamming its fists into the walls.
Just blind rage. It tears the bed apart. It shreds everything in the room.
Until its hand lands on the wardrobe.
And it shoves.
The whole thing crashes to the floor. The protagonist is exposed. The knife is gone.
And for a second, nothing happens. The creature just stands there.
It's like it's confused. Maybe the dust, maybe losing the immediate scent trail. And then
shuffles away. Out of the cabin, leaving them in the ruins.
It was pure chance. A terrifying, narrow escape. But they know it's not over.
The moment the sun comes up, they run.
No hesitation. They leave everything behind. Supplies, the rest of the rental. Survival is the only goal now.
But the forest feels different. Denser. The light seems dimmer. Panic changes your perception of everything.
And that oppressive silence comes back.
Which means it's following. It's not chasing. It's toying with them, letting them get tired out.
And just as they're about to collapse from exhaustion, as the sun is setting again, they see it.
Civilization.
A small, almost archaic-looking village, unmapped, old wooden buildings, a church steeple.
A lifeline.
They run for the biggest building, a general store, and just burst inside.
Panicked, covered in dirt, probably screaming for help.
And everyone inside, a few men, a woman at the counter, a little boy, they all just turn and look.
But there's no alarm, no surprise.
Just this. Blank, curious silence.
And the protagonist gasps out something like, "Help me! There's something in the woods!"
And this is the moment. The woman behind the counter, she steps forward, perfectly calm. She doesn't ask what they saw.
She doesn't ask if they're hurt.
She just looks them dead in the eye and asks one question.
Did it follow you?
Wow.
And that question just reframes everything, doesn't it? The village knows. They know what's out there.
But what do they know? Are they just resigned to it? Or are they complicit? Is the cabin a lure?
A sacrifice.
It's just this cruel cosmic joke. They run from their life falling apart, these manageable human problems.
Only to run straight into something primordial, ancient, and then find out that civilization was in on it the whole time.
Which leaves you with one final, pretty terrifying thought to chew on.
If the creature hunts by scent, and the villagers knew it was following, our protagonist just led it right to their doorstep.
They brought the frustration, the rage, and the scent of that cabin right into the heart of this isolated little town.
The beast didn't get them in the woods. But what happens now that they brought the monster home?